All right. Well, hello, everybody. I'm Pastor Scott. Welcome to From the Tailgate. And today I have Cameron, one of the 180 participants, with me. And again, we're at the jail site. You probably saw that in our last video. Again, I just still think it's crazy that once they finish this big building, it's going to be 85% capacity, you know. But it is what it is. Did you ever spend any time in Sullivan County?
No, but I've definitely made my tour. Been to Washington County, Carter County, Unicoi, Southwest Regional, and Virginia.
Okay. You got your passport stamps.
Yeah, for sure.
I've got some passport stamps.
Yeah.
I've got a Washington County stamp. I've got a Knox County stamp.
Yeah.
I've got a Silverdale stamp. That's a good one. That's a rare one.
Yeah.
I've got a Pinellas County stamp down in Florida.
Okay.
That's a good one. Cobb County stamp down in Georgia.
Okay.
So yeah, I got some
He's
stamps.
been there, done that.
Yeah. So, but you know, we talk about 180, and really what it's about is turning your life around. I mean, that's the key to the name, or you know. And so, what got you here?
Well, struggled with addiction since I was about 15. You know, heroin, meth, Suboxone. Really, I've done about 5 years, and I'm 24. So it was just it was time for me to turn my life around and do something with myself, and get right with my higher power. And really, what brought me here though is I was sitting in jail, man, and I heard a lot of good things about the program. And when I got out, one of my buddies actually helped me get a hold of Candace and got me in there.
I'm glad that you mentioned Suboxone.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that for a second.
We can.
Because everyone considers it, well, not everyone, but a lot of people, you know, are on the side of that being the miracle drug that's going to cure addiction.
Yeah.
Man, Suboxone for me was harder to come off of than heroin. I would
Yes, sir.
much rather come off heroin than I would
Yes, sir.
Suboxone.
Any day.
I mean, it's a 3-month process with anxiety and
Started, say,
everything.
90, 100 days.
Yeah. Turns your sweat orange. I mean, it can't be healthy. If it turns your sweat orange, it can't be healthy at all.
Definitely not good for you.
No,
not at all.
no. So I'm glad that you mentioned Suboxone as something that you were addicted to.
Yeah.
So, you know, you realize you need help, and you're in sober living. You're doing 180. What have you liked about the program the best so far?
Really, man, it's you guys are there for us. You know what I'm saying? You got a really great recovery community going on. The church is great. Staff members are great about working with you, helping you with whatever you need help with. You got some good mentors.
I think that one of the things that a lot of people don't realize is that they realize about me just because I'm the one that always has to go talk at events and stuff.
Yeah.
But most of the people on our staff have either gone through addiction or incarceration themselves and have had to get back up. Have you noticed a big change in the people that you hang out with?
Of course, I've been told it's people, places, and things. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The new community that I'm around it's been detrimental to my sobriety. I believe. You know what I'm saying? They're there for me. They support me.
Well, praise God. Yeah, because you know the people that you hang around with, you know, they do the things that you do, and
Of course.
so well, what do you want to do? You're working for Norwell. We talked earlier, and you plan on staying with Norwell.
Yeah, I'd like to.
Well, you're going to. I mean, you finished the program. You got the job,
Well,
man.
I'll be here for the long run.
So you know that's one of the things that's so cool is that you know, places like Norwell, those doors aren't open unless someone, you know, kind of paves the way, and that's what we've been blessed with the ability to do is open doors that maybe wouldn't have been open before. But what other kind of goals do you have?
Really looking towards getting my license back and getting some transportation. And really, man, I'm just digging hard on my sobriety and my recovery. You know, I just want to remain in recovery, and I'd like to get my own place eventually. You know,
Yeah.
that'll come. You know what I mean?
Well, you know, that's what we all want for you is, you know, this program and recovery and the again, I mention Recovery Resources a lot because it's our main partner. And Craig and Tabitha, they do incredible things, as well as Sullivan County Anti-Drug Coalition. But well, hold on just a But, you know, we don't want you to be in a place where 10 years from now you're in a sober living house and you're going to have to, I mean, we want you to build the relationships now and build the skill set now so that 10 years from now, this is not necessarily in your rearview mirror, because you don't ever want to forget where you come from. You always want to keep that spirit of humbleness about you, but you come to a place where you're able to do life, and you don't have to do all of the work that you're doing now. The work becomes ingrained in you, and so that's our biggest goal for you and for everyone, is for these things to get ingrained to you. How's your relationship with the family and everything else?
Man, to be honest with you, I lost all my family while I was in active addiction. You know what I'm saying? They've all passed away, or and that's something I regret. But I'm starting to rebuild relationships with people in my past that I've messed over, or what I'm saying, relationships that I broke off because I was in addiction. It feels good.
I got you. Well, you've got family. You've got your church family. You've got your recovery family. What is it if there were? And again, this is your last question, man. So it's gonna be. This was gonna be easy. If you have a piece of advice for someone who's watching right now, who's struggling with the things that you did, what's that piece of advice that you would give?
Man, honestly, just nobody's gonna change until they're ready to change. You know what I mean? But whenever they decide to take that step, just get right with your higher power, and once you start getting into recovery, whether you go to rehab or whether you come to Oxford House or something after you get out, just stay with it, and things will get better. It gets better every day.
I agree. Now, do you think that you'll be able to remember that? Because right now you're on the receiving end of it a lot. Okay. Do you think that you'll be able to remember that? And maybe you can come back and watch this, a year or two from now. But do you think you'll be able to remember that when you're the one that's helping people? Because one of the things that I see a lot is when people start to make that transition from receiving help to giving help, they often forget that the very thing that you just said, no one's going to get help until they're ready to get help. So, you can't beat yourself up over someone not accepting the help that you're trying to give them.
Of course. I hope that's something I'll be able to remember, you know what I mean? But it sucks when you want to help somebody, or you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
you try to, and they don't want it, or they don't, you know what I'm saying? But once again, you can't make somebody change, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. We've tried to make people change our entire lives. So, well, buddy, look, you keep up the good work. Anything you need, you let me know. We'll get all the stuff that we talked about earlier taken care of. But just want to let you know we love you and we're proud of you, man.
I
God
appreciate
bless
it.
you.
Have a good day.
Yes, sir.